there we go. So
Nobody.
So no one said anything random about dick at the start of that.
Nobody
got
understands.
Got it all out of our system.
Got it all out of our system.
And I definitely wasn't still chewing.
Yeah, I don't care that you were chewing because that's not that bad on the mic. Okay.
Hello. So, today we meet again, once indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, indeed.
Man, here we are.
Yep.
On the Spooktober Eve. I don't know if it's actually showing that.
Yeah, there it is.
There it does. It looks less like Darth Vader and more like a real happy fish of some sort, but
Yeah, I can see Happy Fish.
Oh yeah, it looks like a jellyfish.
Yeah, and so Spook Darth Vader is just going to be chilling in the background because it's Spooktober's Eve, and from what we hear, Will, you're going to spook us.
Yeah, our party has been closing in on a quarry of theirs, and we're going to be picking up where we left off last session. Well, after a night's rest. It's dawn. You guys have reawoken and gathered your notes together. You're in the Ranger's cabin alongside the various people working with you on this case. The prosecutor and the defense, the doctor, and the wizards have all come back to confer with you. Why don't we figure out where we were based on the notes we have?
So, Junker's dead.
Junker's
Junker's
dead.
dead. Junker
Man,
died.
yeah, how dramatic.
Yep, very, very much dead. Super dead.
Super dead.
he bought the farm. Kicked the bucket.
The suspects that we interviewed, we did not get to Admin Sky.
No.
We did not get to...
Yeah, you're the one with the actual notes. I'm going based off of memory.
We didn't get to Sky or Miles
Mm-hmm.
or Veronica.
Okay. The suspicious people of the ones that we did interview was definitely the kid who went on pilgrimage.
Yeah.
And his dad.
And his dad.
And his dad.
And his old daddy.
Both
And
of which were incredibly suspicious.
Daddy-o.
Daddy was very upset about the investigations.
And allegations. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And his son...
Was very obsessed with aesthetic,
mhm.
and he didn't seem to be the sort of person that'd be happy in his current role as a priest to be.
Mhm.
And he definitely had the weapons and experience to pull off these murders.
And also didn't go well in the guard, if I remember correctly.
Didn't do very well in the guard. Didn't do very well at anything.
Same.
Yeah, I feel that.
He described killing as not feeling super great, which, like, no, I get it, but that's a suspicious way to word it.
Not feeling super great.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel super great.
He didn't say it. He said it more profoundly than that.
Kills a guy. I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
Oh, oh no.
And his dad-o...
Oh, that's my rating. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah?
My handwriting is
Yeah.
awful. I can't read this.
Nice. I look forward to those engineer diagrams and all of that good stuff. At least with diagrams, it's just straight lines and boxes.
This is true. Yeah, so all of the victims were more or less so a few of them they're religious, if not staunch churchgoers. Church definitely was upset about the school because they weren't minors. He was very professional about about having his kid having to walk all the way and stuff, which isn't suspicious, but it isn't not suspicious. Yeah, I think that's everything we got on him. He has been trained in ritual magic.
Oh, yeah,
Church is
that's true.
warded from everything, so he
Yeah.
could be the one to do the wards.
So he has rudimentary warding, but also, we didn't interview the priest's wife,
No.
The
who was
mother.
apparently exceptional at wards.
So I think that's what we got. I think. Oh, and we interviewed Maud, but he was just calm and
He was just a dude.
he was just a dude, not very religious.
Yeah.
He was a merchant.
Doing his thing.
Yeah. And I have written here no dysentery, so I don't know what that's about. No disparity.
I mean, he was a merchant. We don't know the life he lived.
No dispensary?
Were they
Something like
pooping
that.
in their
Like,
drinking
if
water?
you're a traveling merchant, I feel like it's a possibility in Bloodwine.
That they were pooping in their drinking water?
I mean, somebody has to have.
So, gathered around the table is our cast and crew for this episode currently, the entire investigative team. Of course, the players we have with us, we've got Reginald, we have Henny, and we have Vesta. Likewise, there's your longtime companions, Elbjorn, Absolution, Steelfist, Trunk, Elmira. There's a couple people who have newly joined just for the investigation itself, Corvo and Rollins. And likewise, you have 2 lawyers, a doctor, a wizard, and an alchemist in the room with you.
Nice.
Where do we go from here?
Well,
There's a lot of people in this room.
A lot of people in this
there's
room.
a lot of people. This is a war room. One thing we can do,
Interview the wife.
we can interview the wife. Another thing we can do,
Interview the other 3 people that we didn't interview.
2 people, because the wife was part of the 3.
Was she?
Yeah.
I don't think she was.
Actually was. I thought it was Veronica.
Veronica, yes. Veronica is the wife.
Oh, I didn't know that Veronica was the wife. Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's just Rhett Miles and the admin.
Yep, admin Sky.
We could interview them, I suppose. I'm more worried about getting solid evidence. Because without evidence, we have nothing.
Well, we
Where
could
did-
send
where-
other people off to get the solid evidence.
This is true, because the interview can take place, and I reckon that the priest would probably be a little bit upset if.
Do we need a search warrant to search their home?
You do, in fact, need a warrant. The defense attorney also mentions that seizure of goods, especially here in the Triple Confederacy, is under very strict scrutiny. You basically need to have an exact reason to seize an exact thing, otherwise you can't do it.
I mean, we wouldn't need a warrant to go inside the church.
No, public place. You can go right on in there.
They wouldn't have anything in the church.
Well, they might. But yeah, considering it's a public place, it wouldn't be a great place to hide things, but
Wouldn't be the smartest.
wouldn't hurt. All we need is a little bit of evidence, and then we can really... This thing will really snowball. But right now, all we have is a hunch.
Well, we have lots of solid evidence.
We have circumstantial evidence.
We have feelings and reasons why that they might be doing this.
They have a motive.
How they could be doing this.
They
Both
have to
the
know how-
prosecutor and the defense speak up. Actually, strictly speaking, circumstantial evidence is sometimes admissible evidence. It's just a category.
Yeah?
Oh, that's good to know.
But really, all of these are suspicions. There's nothing really concrete at all about everything that we have.
The wizard chimes in. If you can find the weapon that was used to kill each of these people, they should be able to use ritual magic to correctly identify it, tie it to the scene itself.
Okay. Well, he's been using everyone has been killed with a knife to the throat, it seems.
A straight blade, not like a serrated anything. It's a straight knife, right, Doctor?
Some sort of blade. I wouldn't be able to tell you anything from knife through to guillotine, just straight blade, clean cut.
Straight blade. Straight blade.
And he has his swords on him, eh?
You've
Yes.
seen him with and without them.
That's
Could
tough.
we ask to have the swords investigated?
That would probably be a warrant, wouldn't it?
That would need a warrant, and that would need his cooperation.
Well, not
And-
if we have a warrant.
I
His
guess, yeah,
cooperation
I mean-
if we don't get the warrant.
Mhm.
If we do have the warrant, his cooperation is not required.
Now, we also don't want to give him the opportunity to escape,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
if we are... If we're getting him involved in his own investigation, I feel like we need to have him under custody before that happens. Or else he's just going to slip through our fingers.
We can only take him into custody if he's been charged with a crime.
Okay.
That being said, me and the prosecutor are both willing to sign off on a warrant for the seizure of weapons for the purpose of ritual testing. If nothing's found, they have to be returned within 2 days.
All right. Is there something else we could book him for? If he's committed another crime of some sort, we could get him for that, and then...
Yeah, as long as I know the guy has been squeaky clean. Captain Rollins sort of leans in. I mean, I knew it was better to be straight-laced and that kind of thing, I guess.
Only ever break one law at a time.
Yep, rules of crime, I guess.
Okay, so... The instant we get a warrant, they're going to be suspicious and on edge.
Yeah, they might try to run if we come up to them with a warrant.
Elmira chimes in. Well, we already interviewed 2 of them. I mean, if they're going to be suspicious, I figure it's already happened,
Right, well, what do you guys think? I think that getting the warrant, checking the weapons, is probably the best way to go about it. I can't see any other way we're going to get hard evidence if they've already... I mean, they haven't disposed of the bodies at all. The weapons are the only thing remaining.
Elbjorn chimes in. Well, I'm not so sure that this isn't going to end with some blood. We should be ready in case the guy's itching for a fight out of this.
But if we take his weapons, he can't fight us now, can he? Got him.
I admire your optimism, Vesta. Okay, well, I think if we're doing this by the book, then we should get the warrant. And if they run,
Okay,
we do our job and we chase them.
Yeah, so we'll have the weapons investigated and we'll continue on with the interviews.
Now, do we need a warrant of any sort to keep an eye on them? To have a stakeout at their place of residence in case they do try to run?
Have a tail put on
Mm-hmm.
him? Surveillance is not the sort of thing we can sign off on. It would need to be in a limited scope.
Okay.
How limited?
If we find anything on the weapons, then that's evidence, which means we can charge him. But if we want to surveil, we're going to have to talk this over. The prosecutor and defense both sort of move to the side of the room and start talking in hushed tones.
Okay. I think we should continue with the interviews. Because we've got all the evidence, like the physical evidence that we can out of the bodies, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The prosecutor waddles up. All right, we've got an agreement. It's not legal for you guys to tail them in the sense that anything that you find isn't admissible in court. But if it's for the safety and well-being of people, you are permitted to keep an eye on them in that regard. Just, legally, don't infiltrate, don't sneak, don't go places you're not allowed to be.
All right.
Don't overstep the boundaries.
I think that's a good idea. Can maybe have Elmira, Trunk and Elmira, maybe. Yeah, Trunk and Elmira, just keep an eye on them.
We could do that.
All right. Okay.
And
we get her
then-
warrant.
Get the warrant for the weapons. I need sharp blades, straight blades.
You're handed a piece of paper. You've got a signed warrant.
Cool. Warrants for that. Maybe get the guards to bring them the warrant.
Oh, I don't trust the guards.
No, I mean,
We're doing this. We're going ourselves. They didn't even find Junker's body. They're too incompetent.
I agree. I'm not.
Sorry.
I don't have total faith in them.
Okay.
Trying to
Yeah,
run.
somebody's getting reprimands anyways if I was still in charge. Right then. So, I guess off go Trunk and Elmira, and we'll see how things go.
Yeah, let's continue with the interviews, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, do we want to try and play a little bit of trickery? We're almost on to them, so it doesn't make much sense to say, hey, incriminate your husband and son. But maybe we could say we're pretty sure Rhett Miles did it. See if we can try and, come in at the side a little bit and see if we can get, at the very least, a lie out of her.
In what sense? We can't be framing people here.
Oh, we're not framing anybody. We're just saying, hey, what do you know about Rhett Miles? Some things like that. See if she gives us a lie.
Yeah, just remember, toe the line when you're putting on the pressure.
Toeing the line. That's all we ever do. Okay.
Right, well, should we ride down into town? Get some guards to go pick up our first interviewee?
Yep.
Sure.
All right, who are we getting?
I think we should do...
Priest Veronica?
Should we do the Veronica first?
I think so.
Okay, Veronica first.
All right. You guys head down into town, and sure enough, might as well sit there nearby while things are going on. You guys are in a larger group so that Trunk and Elmira can sort of sit off near the opening of an alley just in the distance. As some of the guards serve the warrant, you see them come out with what looks like two small, like roughly this big, like single-bladed swords almost. They're midway between a sword and a dagger, like a dirk almost.
Okay.
Shortly thereafter, you see them take out the other priest, Veronica. You guys have a chance to get off to the council hall, but you don't have a lot of time to set up before things begin. Who's going to be down in the first floor? Who's going to be in the mezzanine?
I'll be down on the first floor again.
I'll be in the mezzanine.
Mezzanine.
And presumably Henny's right there on the floor.
On the floor.
Okay. The prosecutor is staying up in the mezzanine, but the defense and Captain Rollins as an interpreter are going to be downstairs as well.
Okay.
I'm picturing Henny holding you know how they have that lantern that they all, or the lamp that they always go, tell us everything.
Yeah.
Just to kind of put the heat on them. I'm picturing Henny, but with a lantern with a focusing lens to it, just being like, tell us everything. It's feeling a little bit hot, isn't it?
Oh, man.
You guys sit yourselves down, you take out your notebooks and pens, and you barely have a moment to sort of settle in before the doors open, and in comes the priest. She is sat down in front of you, and the guards head out.
Okay.
Veronica. All right. So, how long have you lived here, Veronica?
Here?
Yes.
Oh, my whole life.
When did you become interested in the church?
I was a young girl, maybe 16. Before then, I was off my nut, doing all sorts of crazy things as a kid, right? And I got stuck in a fight. This is back in the war, of course.
Mm-hmm.
We were just minding our own business when the town was attacked. The military came in and helped us out, but I got trapped in a building, and I was there for 2 days, and it was searched 3 different times. And during that time, I prayed, and as far as I'm concerned, that's all the proof I needed.
Quite the story.
Reginald clenches his fist. He's in the mezzanine. He can't shout that she's wrong. Wrong.
So, from where you are in the mezzanine, you're noticing some things. Roll understand.
Fuck. -4.
Oh no.
Do you have
Atypical.
atypical?
Oh no.
She's hiding something. She's hiding something. Don't know why, but hiding things.
The
Reasons.
things, the things.
And now your son is following in your footsteps. You must be very proud.
Yes, he struggled for some time to find his place, but we think he's found a good place now.
Does he show potential as a priest?
Oh, very much so.
Oh,
Deeply
sorry, that
developed.
wasn't a -4. That was a -1.
Ah.
I forgot to add my social.
It's still a negative number.
I had to be accurate though.
Oh man.
5 is still like the bare minimum of a task that could fail. Like,
It's only a -1 though, instead of a -4.
okay.
Don't worry about it.
Man.
She sits there, sort of, her tail between her fingers, sort of twiddling it nervously.
And your son, he had trouble with the guard, correct?
What do you mean?
Just he's looking for a career for a while now. He went on a 2-year pilgrimage. Must have been hard without him.
Yes, we got by. I mean, we'd been running the church before he was born. It was just transitioning back to something we knew before then. It's always hard when someone leaves the nest, but when he came back, things got so much easier. So fastidious. Keeps on top of every chore.
Sounds like a good kid. What can you tell me about a certain Rep Miles?
Representative Miles?
Yes.
A fellow council member. He was born a few years after me, but also here whole life. Elected to represent the populace as a whole. Holds court, of course.
Nothing suspicious about him?
What do you mean by that?
I'm just asking questions, man. You've never noticed anything off? Anything unusual?
I mean, it's difficult to say. I mean, we're in council, so there's always politics. People always have something up their sleeve, so it leaves you on edge, but I would never think that he's up to any sort of untoward activity.
Nothing? Not even an off comment or...
What sort of off comment? I mean...
I'm just spitballing. I haven't known the man very long, but trying to get a good breath of the town.
Perfectly good civil servant.
I'm trying to think of other questions. What else we need to know? We gotta trap her.
Her ritualness.
And now your husband had said the church is always warded. Is that your responsibility as a priest, or?
Well, it's something that we do. It's standard for a lot of temples as sanctuaries to have some wards and guards active. Typically, that's my duty when we have to split tasks, but of course, both my husband and my son are capable of that sort of thing. That being said, I mean, not to toot my own horn, but it is sort of my wheelhouse. I was almost an arcanist once.
Really?
Yep, but not the path I wanted to take.
It's a lot of research, a lot of studying.
Have you had any combat training of any kind?
Oh, no. Been a townie my whole life.
I suppose you were a little worried sending your son off into the world without any support or any weapons, or it's a dangerous place out there. Believe me, we've been, well, I guess that's our story, but
Yes, we were lucky. We were able to save up quite a bit of credit for the sake of the journey. Not that it would have helped outside the border, because credit starts to fail when it's not your economy, but things we're good. We gave him enough to get by with adventurers. When I had found out how long he'd been traveling alone, I was worried sick, but, well, he's here in one piece, and there's something to be said for that. That being said, as a mother, it's not fun watching your children go off into the misery and blackness, but we all need to. I'm just going to run and blow my nose real quick.
I'm drawing blanks on, like, things to ask. I was thinking...
Yeah, I don't really know ways to sort of, like, trap her in a lie, because they've sort of worked out their story, right? That, like, it's that their son is, you know, does everything proper and things like that.
He's a good boy.
He's a good boy. Yeah, I don't really know about that. So we could ask her about why her son didn't go into the guards, maybe. And as for entrapping and a lie, I just don't think we can do it.
Yeah, well, I don't think so.
Unless you want to push more onto the Miles thing.
Oh, I got an idea.
Okay.
Ooh.
This might be a bad one, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Toeing the line.
I think that I've made all the bad ideas thus far, so you making a bad idea is totally fine.
Now, Priest Veronica, what would you say to allegations that your son was involved with Junker in some sort of underground black market?
What? That would sound like some sort of crackpot idea to me.
Interesting. Doesn't sound true to you?
No. My son didn't have any of those sorts of inclinations, and as far as I knew, neither did Junker.
Did your son hang out with Junker a lot?
It's not like they were close friends, but, you know, it's a small town. Everyone knows everyone. You, Vesta, a person from a very small town, know this to be true.
Yeah. But I'm not saying that.
Do I know it to be true?
Are you from a very, very small
I'm
town?
from Redwine, so no.
Yeah, you don't even know. You aren't used to knowing who your neighbors are.
She's lying.
There's no way that they could know each other.
There's no way that everyone in town can know one another.
So you haven't heard of a gold-fueled economy in the town, then?
No. Who on earth would be buying? What would they be selling?
Yeah, that checks out. Man, I'm really drawing a blank here.
Me too.
Henny has been learning trader sign, correct?
Yes.
You get a sign from up top. It's a sloppy one. It's one-handed, so it's difficult for you to tell at first, but you recognize it as being the word alibi. It's from Corvo up top.
Alibi.
For all the different murders.
All right, well, now that we have a background covered, why don't we go over where you were yesterday around...
Not yesterday.
I thought that would go through my headphones. Shall we do it on camera?
It's going to be us being off camera for 5 seconds.
Okay, fine.
We're just doing bread things.
We're doing bread things.
Okay, when was Junker killed?
Junker was killed a couple days before.
Okay. And that was Junker...
Yeah, so it wasn't killed yesterday. He was killed a couple days ago, and then... it smells like bread. Comes from the kitchen. Yeah, so he's killed a few days ago, and then they came in, they rearranged the body, and then he was found yesterday. And then the night that Annette was found, They need an alibi for that. And the night that the children went missing, we need an alibi for that.
Can't believe I forgot to ask about alibis.
Yeah.
Should have planned this out ahead of time.
We really should plan this out ahead of time.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay. All right.
We are back from bread business.
Bread business.
Bread business.
So the night Junker was killed. Where were you?
The night? What night was that? Do you mean the day he was found? The night before, or?
Valid question.
It is a valid question. I believe it was 2 days before he was found, he was killed.
2 days before. Yes, I was preaching that week, so I spent a lot of time in cloister just working on my notes.
Mm-hmm.
And that was through most of the morning, after which time I went to the exchange. Or, no, that was last week. Right. I didn't go to the exchange. I went to the market in town just to grab some fresh food, something to eat, and then came back, swept the halls, and went to bed later that night.
All right. And the night the children were abducted.
What night was that?
Can we just say we say the date?
Yeah,
Because there have been time gaps.
There have been time gaps, and I don't even know how the days of the week are numbered.
Yeah.
Yes, council was deliberating that night, so we were both here in the council hall until very late. Through parts of the morning, we had done some cleanup in the church, but really we were gone all day. Captain Rollins confirms that alibi.
Okay.
Quietly, of course, not in front of everyone else.
And the council meeting went late into the night?
Yes, until maybe 9 p.m. or so. I was tired. It was a long day, so I just went home and went to bed.
Okay.
Out of game, what time did we see? Were we walking back? Did we see the guy walking towards?
That would have probably been like 2 hours prior.
2 hours prior. Okay.
2 hours prior to the council, like letting out and
So
stuff
at, like,
like
7?
that? Okay.
All right, sounds good.
And the night Annette failed to return from her camping trip. What were you doing then?
You mean when she was reported missing?
She's got us at every turn. Yes, the day she was reporting missing.
Or it wasn't the day she was reported missing. It was the day that she was reported dead.
No.
What? No.
Because she was reported. Annette was reported missing. Like,
That is true. The ritualist did say that they were in the middle of Annette's sculpture when Salas would have walked in. So
Yeah.
it would have been that day. Yeah.
that day.
Okay, then that day.
The day she was reported dead.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. I had given my letters to one of the locals. I had sent one to Joran, who was supposed to come home about a week from then, which he did. Late one day, but what's one day on the road? Other than that, I went to the exchange to pick up groceries, and I think I was working on my notes for the rest of the time. Either that or I was warding the church. It's been quite some time, I suppose.
Do you know what you were doing the night before that?
The night before that, I believe, were more council deliberations.
Okay.
Okay, I don't have any more questions. I feel like I should. Must be frustrating dealing with the husband with such a temper.
What do you mean? He doesn't have a temper.
I just really like the dead silence of Henny just behind her mask being like.
I mean, you don't have to. What's the word? We don't have to be polite. I mean, he can't hear. Seems a very irate man.
I mean, you mean when you interviewed him?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was angry, but that was because of the allegations, the fact that, he was being questioned and our son was too. I mean, of course, it makes sense.
It can be stressful.
There weren't any allegations, though.
It can be stressful, these things. Just seems to me a figure of religion should be a little more calm in stressful circumstances is all.
What are you implying?
I'm not implying anything. I'm just...
That he had something to do with it?
No, I just think it's strange that he would fly off the handle.
Is this appropriate? What does this have to do with the investigation?
I'm just asking questions, man.
Of course.
Now I'm picturing you, that awful human being who just has their clipboard and it's just like, no wrong answers. I just want you to tell me incredibly convoluted question, and then you give like an answer that you think is good, and they just go.
So your husband, he's a terrible person, right?
What? No.
Yes.
Yes. And you think that why?
Well, maybe now we'll lean into that. Was he ever hard on your son? Your son had some trouble finding employment. I was maybe worried he had sent him away when you mentioned the...
I wouldn't say he was ever hard on him. Joran was rebellious when he was very young, but, discipline kept sort of making sure that he was on the straight and narrow. Everyone struggles sometimes, but it was something he came to be comfortable with.
It's just such a nice mental image. I can't get the mental image out of my head.
Don't torture the woman.
Okay, so I won't ask about her sex life. Fine. Yeah, I don't...
Were you actually going to ask that?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's incredibly inappropriate.
So maybe you're right. Okay, maybe it is. I'm just... Okay, that's all my questions.
Okay. We thank her for her time. And
Are there any phallic imageries in the Church of Script?
Not particularly, no. It's more of a Prospera thing.
Okay.
Ironically.
Oh, man.
Okay, you guys collect your notes in the council hall as Priest Veronica departs.
You're gonna ask her about her sex?
Well, you weren't asking anything. I was trying to throw her off tilt a little bit. Maybe we can get something out of her, but...
Yeah. You're doing a great job.
Yeah, what's Vesta going to add to the conversation? Have you ever baked a really nice pumpernickel?
Anything would have been... that did not go great. She wouldn't describe her husband as irate, which is unusual considering the only 2 times I've seen the man is...
Him screaming in your face.
His screaming in... Well, not my face, but in somebody's face. But she seems suspicious. I'm going to ask Mr. Captain of the Guard. Is that usual for him? Is he usually that upset?
I mean, the guy can whip up a fervor when he's in a sermon, but he doesn't usually get angry like that.
Okay.
People often get defensive.
Yeah.
Yep, sure do.
But he was the only one out of who we interviewed that did.
People have different reactions to this sort of thing.
I suppose. I would like to talk to the creditor.
All right, yeah.
I just want to double check his records against the alibi, the testimonies we got.
Yeah, okay. I'll get him in. let him know to gather the documents for that. It might take a bit of time. We can sit and compare notes for now.
Okay.
Rollins walks off and goes to get that done.
Okay.
I don't like her. Just hanging over the message. I don't like her.
Well, what gives you that impression?
She's shifty about her religion.
Yeah. She does have wards covered, which I guess makes her a suspect.
She doesn't have any combat experience. And the wards that were on the bodies were not super professional wards. They were like somebody who's, knows about wards, but is not super great at them. And so, if those alibis check out, I'm thinking maybe he just did it alone. Like, he didn't actually... Like, his parents are covering for him, but they didn't participate, you know?
I can see that. I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
I think the wagon being stolen and being driven means they have to have helped him out in some way.
Mm-hmm.
It happened so fast.
Well, it would have had to for an abduction in the middle of town. Even in the dead of night.
There's a knock on the door.
Come in.
Creditor Ferguson comes in, as well as with the scribe. He sort of just goes, "Oh, is it all right if the scribe's here? I mean,
Yeah.
just a lot of notes and all that."
Of
Yeah.
course.
All right, how can I help you, investigators?
I would just like to double check some exchanges that were claimed to have happened.
Yes.
So the week that Junker was killed,
Mhm.
about 2 days after his body was found, I think is when we determined that he would have had to have been killed.
Prior, you mean?
Prior, yeah. Yeah, so I just want to double check. Do you have any notes on Veronica making any purchases at the market, or
Let's see.
she mentioned going to the exchange and then changed her mind, changed her answer, which makes me suspicious.
Yeah, the exchange wasn't open that day. Actually, the exchange was open the day Junker was found. 2 days prior, though, we do have the small market, just, it's not in the middle of town. The ranchers run it. It looks like she is registered to have picked up some lunch.
Okay.
Okay, that checks out. And the day that Annette was found dead, she claimed she went to the exchange.
Yep, that seems to be the case.
Do you have a time when that exchange took place, or?
Looks like it was a little bit after noon.
Okay. All right, and I guess while you're here, you wouldn't happen to know anything about some sort of gold feud sub-economy operating in this town?
No, if I did, I'd be right on that. That sort of thing shouldn't be running.
Can you think of any reason why it would be?
I mean, I can think of potential reasons why one would run a market, but I can't think of them in this town, whether it be drugs or, I don't know, assassins or something.
Is there any other reason someone would keep a stockpile of gold?
I mean, unless someone was planning to flee the country. Or if someone had kept savings from being out of country. That being said, that means they wouldn't have changed them in, which means they're probably trying to have them running under the town's radar.
Okay. That makes sense.
It doesn't explain the clothes and books and
Flee the country.
the varying sizes. Like it makes sense if it was one of those things of give it to the family and they flee the country.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time, Mr.
Ferguson.
Ferguson.
Do you want me to take a look here in the records, see if we've got any large credit to gold exchanges?
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Yeah, we can go down to the credit office and just double check that.
Also, is there someone that specializes in knives? We're looking for a straight blade that might be the murder weapon that was either sold off or maybe purchased. I don't know if there's a...
You'd want to talk to the head of the Artisans Guild for that.
All right, thank you.
The creditor leaves.
Okay. What if What if they knew that they were being hunted?
So they sold them off.
I'm thinking, what if he had the gold because he knew that they were coming after him? And somehow Junker also knew. What if they were in some sort of group? It might be related to the school, but neither of them were particularly political.
Well, the teacher definitely would have been. He would have seen the children struggling.
Right, but Annette. What connects Annette, Junker, and the teacher? It's not religion. So we asked about that, and they were all varying degrees of religious.
I think it's
Annette would have been their way out. Junker would have probably been the coordination on that.
Because it was Junker's wagon that was stolen.
Yeah. It would have been... Like, Junker was probably, like, the support, like, travel and all that. Annette was probably how you survive while traveling. And the teacher was the supplies.
I guess it doesn't give us a good, clear answer on why. I mean, as far as I can tell, the school thing, it makes sense politically, but it's been a while since that happened. Why now? Why these people? Maybe I'm overthinking this. But there's got to be some sort of connection between them. I mean, there obviously is a connection between the teacher and Junker, because Junker was at his house packing up, looking for the gold. They were in cahoots. But then the clothes.
Maybe the clothes are just something separate. Maybe we just stumbled onto something else.
Maybe. But it's almost too much of a coincidence that Junker died next. There's something linking them.
Well...
And if it also links Annette, somehow. Anyway, we're overthinking this. I think it is peculiar that she wouldn't describe her husband as irate. I think it's suspicious that her...
She was also very nervous.
Yes, granted, but...
Who here has the Omen Watcher benefit?
I don't know.
I do!
You have a deep sort of pit in your stomach.
Uh-oh. Where is Elmira and Trunk right now?
They should still be tailing the trio.
As soon as you say that, I'm out the building and heading towards probably the chapel.
Yeah, you head out the door and make your way up to the chapel. Are the rest of you guys following, or just sort of...
Yep, I'm following.
Yeah, I'll leave the building, I think, is a good idea. And into an open public space.
All right. As you guys are making your way down the main drag, Henny, you notice that there's a figure in the bell tower.
Is he moving?
You're not sure, just almost like a head poking out.
The bell tower is located where?
It's in the church.
In the church? Okay.
Is that unusual? For there to be a figure in the bell tower? Because usually a bell is operated by a rope, right? There shouldn't be...
Well, so-and-so does like saying that he cleans the bell tower. He finds it calming, relaxing. It's his aesthetic. It also allows him to spy on the entire town.
Have we reached the church? Is the figure any clearer?
Actually, you're just sitting there taking a quarter second to survey what you think is a figure in the bell tower when there is a loud bang. The sky, like, you even see shadows cast in the town for a brief moment. It's dizzying. You have sensory sensitivity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I also do.
Okay, so everyone else is deafened. Both of you guys take 3d6 damage, I believe, last I checked.
That sounds right.
So Henny takes 15. Vesta takes 10.
That was a solid roll for that.
Fuck!
For Henny's damage.
As you guys try to collect yourselves, you see what looks like a hole in the mountain where the mine was.
Like the active mine where people
Yeah.
are working?
Suddenly, guards start running down the streets towards the mine. All sorts of people start running from their business in the streets into their buildings themselves, trying to take cover. You see doors close, windows latch, the clunk of doors barring. And last but not least, the whiz of stunk as there's a bullet hole that pierces one of the walls right next to your heads.
Run.
Yep.
Bolt.
We're running. How far away from the chapel?
You are probably about 200 meters away.
Well, what's the closest wall between us and
It's one big main drag. There's a wagon that was left half abandoned about midway up, and there's a pile of barrels further, but it's all just gaps between buildings.
Can I tell where the bullet came from? Like, general direction.
You saw the muzzle flash, bell tower.
Bell tower? Motherfucker.
Yeah, so I want to put a wall between me and the bell tower.
You guys run to a nearby alley to make sure you're out of the shot. As you do so, you hear, more concerningly, crack, crack, and shuk, shuk in nearby wood. Still well wide of you guys, not accurate at this distance.
Shit. This is what I was afraid of when I... No, I should have planned this out better. Damn the red tape. Oh, we could have just took them into custody, then had their weapons checked, but no, we had to wait. We had to wait till we had evidence.
You guys see about halfway up the street in another alley, tucked where they can't be hit, there's drunken Elmira.
Perfect.
We can see each other?
Yeah.
I'm going to sign... what happened?
How's it going?
To them.
Nobody left. They were in the church the whole time. We don't know how this detonation went off.
Shit. Ritual magic.
Yeah?
Is that a thing that they can do?
Yeah?
Is Corvo with us?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we need a distraction. If we can we need to get into the bell tower. We're not safe here. We need to stop whoever's shooting at us. We need a way to get close.
I can get you close.
Are you good against...
And I look at your plate mail.
Is plate good against piercing?
Can I tell what type of bullet they used?
It's a bullet. It's just piercing, isn't it?
There are different types you can use.
Okay.
For it.
Judging by the impact in the wood wall itself, it looks like these were just typical rounds.
So what type would that be?
With the damage types things, like the precise and all that we'd switch to,
Yeah.
it would be just balanced.
Oh, okay. So it would just be normal against me. Yeah, I can get you close.
As you guys are discussing things, Steelfish just goes. You see him sort of leap. There's a crack. He rolls. There's another crack, and he slides behind another building.
Nice.
We can do that. Just stick with me.
Okay.
Right after the second crack, both Elbjorn and Absolution, without you guys saying anything, bolt during the gap. And right as they're cresting that last little bit, you hear crack, crack.
As soon as the two cracks go, we're up.
Yep.
We go. Before he has a chance to reload.
All right, you tuck in behind Reginald. You, however, aren't that quick.
No. I'm 5'1". 5'1". But it's more of like, I'm hulking, so I'm taller than both of you, but I'm also crouching down. Like I'm leaning forward so my shell is actually able to block things because I'm not going to be running backwards. But it's just kind of like I'm ducking down low for this.
All right, you guys are just about to get to the edge, so only one shot goes off. The other one goes wide. Presumably you're in front, so it's against you.
Yep.
All right, and this is a sniper shot for... 18 plus... Yeah, so that's going to be... What would that be? Why is my math not working?
Want a calculator?
Nah, I just want a better brain for a moment here. It's going to be...
Take a moment. Think
Yep.
about it.
Yep. Think about it. Do your thoughts.
I went to school for astrophysics, and it just leaves the base level mental math just out. You forget about it because you don't use it.
Now
I'm
calculate.
definitely compensating for this big mental break. Oh my god, it's 34 damage.
Okay. I can. As soon as I see the muzzle flash, I'm going to brace.
All right.
Ooh.
All right.
Nice roll.
That is a solid roll.
Oh, good.
For 15. Oh, yeah, no, that doesn't hit me. 15 plus 22 threshold.
Why are you recreating that scene from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie? Where they're like, we're bulletproof!
We're bulletproof!
So yeah, basically as you're diving in, you, Henny, basically see Reginald just going like this, and there's like a shower of sparks that just go...
Jesus!
Don't stop, just run.
There's a moment's hesitation. Things are quiet.
Yeah, do you guys get going? I don't think I have 0 physical.
Yeah,
Like-
no, I wouldn't recommend that. I wouldn't recommend doing what I'm doing, that's
Yeah.
for sure. But I thought you could have moved with us, maybe? It would have been
You're
possible.
only 5'1", like you wouldn't have also covered me, who is
No, I'm not 5'1" height-wise. I'm 5'1" movement.
Oh, I see.
I'm like 7 or 8 feet.
Okay. I was like, small boy.
Small turtle boy.
Yeah.
Big boy, small step.
Yeah.
Now, this is the way I'm picturing this town. It's sort of like a main street
Mhm.
with buildings.
Yeah.
Can I go around behind the buildings?
You can.
Would that take us out of the line of sight of this bell tower?
It would, depending on where you are. You creep around the side of this building, and it seems like you have good headway. From there, you move to the next one, and then there's a little opening where you get low and just dive, but you don't think you're seen. You get, presumably you're following, you're able to do the same, and you guys get to where Trunk and Elmira are.
He's gonna, like, while we're in cover, he's gonna grab Henny and just, how's your shot?
I hold 2 hatchets.
I thought you had a rifle.
No, that was Corvo.
Oh, shit.
Turn to Corvo. How's your shot?
You see him, like, go, and he takes out, like, a full-blown sniper rifle and starts loading it up. He gets just tucked against the side wall. Sure enough, actually, you look on the other side, and the rifle Steelfist picked up from the exchange like a week ago, he seems to have brought with him, luckily enough. He's set up at the same time. They're both loaded, and they seem to be waiting for a mark.
It's just like, all right, Corvo, how do you feel about shooting over my shoulder? All right, let's do this.
Oh, wait, no, you're way ahead of them.
Oh, way ahead of them.
Yeah.
Never mind.
You, Henny, Trunk, and Elmira are clustered. Elbjorn and Absolution are ahead. Steelfist is basically like only one set of cover away, and then everyone else is at the furthest back cover.
Okay.
You know what would be really handy right about now? A poison bomb.
I have poison bombs.
Why didn't we take some? God damn it. Okay.
Captain Rollins gestures to Vesta and the others who are at the back line. He seems to have found a route forward.
Okay.
You guys go around the back, and then there's another house where he gets you to quickly move to like a porta potty first for cover, and then move to another building. From there, when you get to a place to stop, you're actually one set of cover ahead of Absolution and Elbjorn. Corvo seems to be comfortable to try and get a shot in now.
Okay.
All right, I think we need to distract him somehow. Is there anything reflective nearby, like anything metal that I could use to shine?
Or we could just shoot at him.
As you sort of think, you're like reflective And you just look right at Reginald.
Reginald looks right back at you and just goes,
Reginald also has a vibrantly bright teal hat and a half cape. Reginald is the brightest thing you've seen in weeks.
All right.
And you bet he keeps that armor so sparkly clean.
I just feel like Reginald looks like a little bit like Elton John.
It's Elton John cosplaying a musketeer.
Fuck!
Who's also a turtle.
Who's also a turtle.
All right, Reginald, do you think you can take another shot?
Like it's Elton John cosplaying Oogway dressed as a musketeer. Okay.
Do you think you can take another one of those shots?
Like, oh yeah.
Okay, let's make an opening. And I pick up a rock, and we're gonna hurl it at the sniper and hopefully get his attention.
I'm gonna shoot at him.
Well, once he's aiming at this guy, he's gonna put his stupid head over the wall, and then we have two dudes with rifles that'll kill him.
Vesta's not with us, right?
No, I'm on the other side.
Like no one with
Actually,
Lincoln.
by now you guys are on opposite sides of the street.
Okay. Can I see what they're doing?
Yep.
Okay. I
tell
relay
Vesta.
this information to like Corvo and
Oh yeah, I'm signing my plan to Corvo.
Would Vesta be able to toss me her shield?
I have 0 physical. Could I possibly
Or slide it to me?
Is there a
Slide
You
the
don't think
shield.
you could toss it, but you could slide it.
door nearby, like on one of the buildings we could rip off?
Well, they've all been closed and barred. The residents who seem to be inside do not want their doors open right now.
Who's the strongest person that I have next to me that doesn't have a gun in their hand?
Oh wait, you're with Elbjorn, right?
No.
No. Oh no, you're
I'm with
behind
Corvo
him. Yeah.
and
You're with Corvo, Rollins, who else? I think that's everyone. Corvo and Rollins.
Corvo and Rollins.
Rollins would probably be the one to rely on that.
Okay, I asked Rollins to quickly slide my shield to like he could do that.
He sort of like gets a good run in, and then he gives it a hoof. It like skitters, and there's a stunk at first, just a quick shot before it slides to the other side.
As soon as the shot goes off, I'm out in the streets grabbing the shield.
All right, you make a dive as the other one goes for you. This is another sniper shot.
So
Oh, I was hoping you didn't
if
have
he's
time to set
poking
up
his
the
head
snipe.
up, I'm gonna tell Corvo to take the shot.
I think that one might actually hit me.
It might. Yeah, the last roll wasn't a very good roll.
But I also rolled really well in my defense.
54 balanced.
Nice.
Oh god.
Could you even roll a 54?
No, but I'm gonna anyway.
Do you have the shield though? The shield
Do-
bonus
do
is
I have-
plus,
do I
so it's
actually
just like
have
plus
a shield?
Yep, you have a shield bonus because you are picking up a shield as this
Would-
comes down.
Which would get rid of my two-hand. But, so what is the shield bonus from that?
Kite shield, I believe, was 2, 3.
I have a threshold 8 plus chain, I believe. I don't know what the shield does.
I'm gonna say 3.
Three sounds about right.
Yeah.
Because it was like Buckler 1, Brown Shield 2,
Yeah.
something like that. So with Sentinel, it literally equals out to my two hands, so I have the exact same threshold holding the shield.
Nice.
Good stuff! Fuck! So yeah, I'm gonna roll Brown on this. I don't think I actually can, because literally my highest roll was a 40 something.
No.
Same roll, actually. So that
But it's still not enough, eh?
That is another 15, so that's 22 plus 15 would put it at
37.
37.
No!
Yeah, so no.
So you're taking 50.
So
It was 54, I believe.
54? Okay, I'll take 54.
Reginald, shit. No, what have I done?
You
I
feel a
have-
sting as it doesn't hit anything important, and you manage to get behind cover. But it's one of those things where you feel it, you're good, you get to cover, and then it's sort of you realize what's happened, and you feel the pain radiating down your arm. You've been shot in the shoulder. That being said,
I'm still ready.
yeah,
Did Corvo
and
take a shot?
on a Tortuga, the shoulder is not as bad a target as someone else. Like, really, it's more your upper arm, and the actual dangerous stuff is closer in the shell.
Mm-hmm.
Get over here, you brave bastard.
Did Corvo take the shot?
Yep, both Corvo and Steelfist have taken a shot.
That's 15 healing for you.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm patching you up.
So that would be 39 that I take. Like,
Yeah. So I feel really guilty for having that be my big plan.
I mean, that
Sure
puts
enough.
me at 141. Like, I got hit, but like,
Feeling okay.
yeah.
So 2 shots go off. One of them goes a little wide, but you definitely, while you're out there, see the clatter of a bullet hitting something.
And while I'm out there, before I duck back, I'm gonna give him some like nice little celestial retribution. I want to target him with the lightning zappy zap.
Do you know what the range is on that?
I
about-
do not.
Okay, because you're about 100 meters away, but I'm going to check because that might be line of sight.
Anakin,
I want
Anakin, please.
He's killing me.
He's killing me.
He's killing me.
I need him.
He's too dangerous to be left alive. All right, Star Wars prequel memes aside, I'm just gonna unlimited power this dude if I can.
Oh yeah, it's 15 squares. You're not even close.
Yeah, okay. My eyes glow blue, but I can't do anything about it.
No, nothing happens. Anakin.
Fuck, we need to get closer.
We're about 100 yards from the church. Is there any other cover between us and the church?
You see that you're close to where the wagon is. You're not sure how you could get behind the buildings to get further ahead because there's a bit of a gap, but the wagon should be an intermediate cover before you can get to the next set of buildings.
Can I push the wagon from where it is?
You reckon you probably could.
Like, just kind of roll it?
It's facing the right direction.
Would it provide cover as we're rolling it?
Okay, that's what we gotta do, boys.
As you guys are planning things, you hear crack, crack, right as Steelfist is going this way and Elbjorn and Absolution are going this way. 2 shots go wide in either direction, not hitting either. They regroup in cover. Steelfist is with you, Corvo, and Rollins.
Okay.
And then Elbjorn and Absolution are with you guys. You basically have all the meaty people.
Okay, well, we're gonna shield wall this as we book it for the thing. Just Henny, stay behind.
Do you want me to carry the shield? Considering you already have a 2-handed weapon that does that.
Yeah, you should probably have the shield.
Okay.
You're kind of like overhead. There's like you have Elbjorn and like Absolution on either side doing like this as they run forward. There's just me just like booking it boxer style, like just like no, and then there's just you attaching the shield to my back and just being like, yep.
Fuck.
Not moving very fast though.
It's because I'm not very fast.
Yeah.
All right, who's ready? What are we doing?
We're going full unit on this.
Yeah, full unit all at once. He can't shoot all of us. He has 2 shots.
We push to the wagon.
Push to the wagon.
All right, you guys rush forward. The first one in front is Trunk, who has that giant shield with Elmira tucked well out of sight. There's one shot that hits the shield, and as you guys are moving forward, there's one that glances off of Absolution's shield. You guys are in unit, and you make your way to the wagon itself.
Nice.
All right. So who's pushing and who's riding?
Well, I don't think it's a ride type thing. I think it's more of a duck behind and roll.
Well, that works too.
Probably Trunk and I are able to do it by ourselves.
I tell Corvo as soon as that guy pops his head back up, take another shot.
All right. Corvo and Steelfist ready their shots. At this point, Rollins makes a run, drawing some of the fire. He dodges one, but you see him take a shot that grazes the leg. Nothing serious, but there's a clear, like, along the side of his jeans. You guys manage to get him into your unit right as Corvo and Steelfist take some shots.
Nice. Corvo and Steelfist doing some shots.
Shots.
That has a very cursed energy in this context.
Same with let the bodies hit the floor. Everybody.
Shots. I think let the bodies hit the floor and the shot song would be a good mashup.
No, it wouldn't
All
be.
right. So, do you want to roll some brawn?
Roll
Ooh.
some. Time to play
My other
Wheel.
dice go.
Time to play Wheel of Death.
Wheel of Not Death. Okay, so that
You get plus 11 from
unit.
Trunk.
Okay,
Now you said not death. It sounded like nut death.
Not death.
good way to go. I'm rolling really well. That's a 6 and a 4.
Oh God.
That's only one worse than my previous.
So what's the total?
So that's 22 plus 11 would be 33. That would be plus another 14 would put it at 47.
Yes.
All right. You guys push hard. You and Trunk are in unison going heave, heave, heave. And this thing's a cart, like a wagon, so it's on wheels, so it gets some good segue. There's a number of shots that ping past. That being said, you guys are moving quickly enough that with the aid of Corvo and Steelfist in the rear, you get close enough for Elmira to start following pot shots, firing back with pot shots in return. You see that one of the figures in the tower goes down. Another one seems to have ducked down and isn't firing back anymore.
That's even more concerning.
Well, if one of them goes down, it means that they were shot.
Yeah, but the one being like, I'm just gonna prep something over here is also equally concerning.
Well,
How high up is the bell tower?
The bell tower is maybe like 40 meters or so. It's a couple stories. Sorry, not 40 meters. That's not the right measurement at all. Like 15 meters or so.
15.
It's like 40 meters. That's pretty high up.
Too high for two strong lads to throw me, eh?
A little bit.
Could they throw me a bit and I climb the rest of the way? Is it made of wood or is it made of stone?
It is primarily made of stone.
Shit.
There's wood that's been clearly employed in its construction, but it's basically a big stone church.
So I couldn't, like, use my hatchet to, like, climb up like ice picks?
If you got close enough, you could give it a shot.
You always say that, and it always ends poorly.
I wonder why.
They're just gonna drop like molten metal on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that's what I'm thinking. It's literally going to be a like bucket that they just pour on you.
They've got a splash potion of poison.
Actually, we don't know that any of them are alchemists. We know that they're ritualists, which is
The mother is.
The question is, did they get to the nether and find a blaze rod?
Yeah. Have they collected any dragon's breath?
shame, double shame. Both been playing too much on your Christian Minecraft servers.
One server.
Server.
Mhm.
Sorry, server. Just the one.
Just the one.
Yeah.
Just the one Christian Minecraft server.
We're not even allowed to put our beds together.
That's not true. You have a rainbow bed in like the main room.
We do.
Okay, so maybe we have a rainbow bed in the main room.
In the eyes of God.
Mm-hmm.
But we make sure there's always a Bible between everybody.
Gotta leave enough room for Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, no. Okay, so
I do want to say though, Ned Flanders, he wears a sweater all the time. Underneath that sweater, he has like a wife beater shirt, but he refers to it as his wife pleaser shirt, which I think is very fun.
He's also really buff.
He's terrifyingly buff.
stupid, sexy Flanders.
And that's how I taught you a bit of calculus. Remember?
Yes.
What? Okay, I know this is huge tangent, but I'm sorry. What? You can't just say stupid, sexy Flanders taught Chelsea calculus.
Well, there was a variable n that you could put in, or you didn't have to, but you could, and it helped you solve some problems if you have this n constant.
Okay.
So remember, n stands for Flanders, and you can put that sexy beast in whenever you want. And it was on the exam. Which sexy beast does n represent? And it was the constant of integration, I think. But,
Okay.
you know, it could also be Ned Flanders.
It could also just be Ned Flanders.
Or maybe it was C for Christian. I'm not sure.
No, I think it was N.
Maybe
I don't know, but yeah.
That is the weirdest. That is the weirdest way to remember something I have ever heard, and it's also having done integral calculus.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things where it just makes too much sense.
It does. There's too much shit to memorize these days.
Yeah.
Preheating, whenever it's done preheating, half hour.
Okay. Just double check on that because my oven's finicky.
Okay. So the unit makes it up to the edge of the church. From there, Corvo, Steelfist, and Vesta are able to make dashes to get up there, now that they're not being fired upon.
Up to the church.
Yep.
Okay. I'm joining them, I think. If there's more than like 3 of them going, yeah.
At this point, that means the gang's all here.
I asked Captain Boy how many exits there are out of the bell tower.
Out of the bell tower or out of the church itself?
Well, is there only one way to get into the bell tower, I guess is my question. And then how many exits out of the church?
The church should just be a set of double doors. I mean, there used to be legends that there were tunnels, but that seems more like fairy tale.
Then we find some tunnels.
Yeah.
And into the bell tower? Just one
Into the bell tower, there's probably only the one entrance.
Yeah, I would think so.
Will's just buying time in order to prep the thing and grab all of the terrible things he has planned.
I need some water.
Yeah, you guys can probably go and grab water.
I'm gonna go get water. I will be back.
Wait, take the other glass.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
Multitasking. It's things to
Multitasking.
do.
Oh, man.
Also, I want to bring Darth Vader to the forefront.
Yeah.
But I also don't want him to burn your paper.
It'll all be good.
Now,
Oh, look, a
No.
friend!
That's
One
not working.
friend.
Well, can you pass me the... It's
oh my
just
goodness.
not...
Why don't we just unplug it? Because there's another plug right there.
Well, that's fair. But it's Darth Vader. He's so festive, and this is like the only festive ornament I have.
Thanks.
He is pretty festive.
He is so festive. Look at him. He's so festive. And now he doesn't. He's camera shy. He just doesn't want to.
He doesn't want to.
I get that.
There we go.
Now I'm thinking.
You
Very
don't
little
wanna
has changed.
Don't want to put it like here or.
The cord will not reach that.
No, man.
I guess we just suck.
Yeah, I guess we just suck at holidays.
Man.
I might have a plan B.
Do you have an extension cord?
I have a really crappy extension cord.
All right, so let's take inventory of what's going on.
Inventory.
The church is a large stone building. It's very sturdy. There's a set of double doors, and the further into the church is where there's the bell tower. It's not particularly tall. It's really just a place for a bell to go. Otherwise, the building is long, and you know it's 2 stories. From what you recall, there's a mezzanine. There are other buildings, there are other rooms in the back, but there should be a big central area, and at the very least a vestibule midway in for you guys to get things ready, so you're not just kicking open the door.
Okay. I mean, we probably should kick open the door. Now that we're at the church, we're not on the open.
Oh, Reginald is prepping to kick open that door.
He's like stretching his leg.
He's like, yeah, remember it.
To shreds, you say?
He's definitely gonna do some damage to it.
Some kicking of doors.
But that is, of course, if he gets to it before Steel Fist does.
But also, most doors are opened out.
Only doors that are exiting the premises are required to be exited out.
This one is.
Yes.
I mean, you guys are assuming this world has the same bylaws.
But it would make sense for that
It's
to be.
just a logical legal system, all right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm assuming that the door opens out. Does it open out?
Seems to be.
Okay. So you can't kick it in. Have to open it. Nice.
I mean, I don't know if that's 100% true. You can always give it a shot. This does seem to be a wooden door.
The bun is in the oven, boys.
The bun.
Reginald, kick down the door.
Or just open it.
as, soon as,
Try pulling first.
as soon as he said kicks down the door, just boom.
Don't listen to this useless pacifist. Kick it down.
He kicks it. Nothing
I-
happens. If we open it normally, it opens.
They forgot to lock it. Like, they had fully intended to lock it.
Oh, darn. Did you lock the church door?
God, Veronica, of course I locked the church door.
Boom! See, they can't even get in.
My realization that I don't have tokens prepped. So, alright, give me a brawn roll on that door.
Okay.
Veronica's like, I wanted a cheat day for Christmas, but no.
That's a solid 10.
10. Okay.
I need to work on my brawn.
You get a good crunch in. You can feel like it's barred on the other side, but it'll give if you give it more, like, oomph.
Steel Fist, you want to join me on this?
Alright, let's do it!
3, 2, 1.
So as you're basically there, just like,
I'm gonna shell smash it.
you're like a foot away and you just give it a huh, but meanwhile, Steel Fist gives it like a good like 3-meter leap. You guys both make contact. Give me some roll.
Now, is he throwing his shoulder against the door in this leap, or like both feet?
Both feet.
That's a 10. I keep rolling very similar tonight.
The door doesn't break, but it starts going concave. The bar itself has probably splintered, which means the last one will do it. You can get in position and ready for this one. I'm going to draw some stuff real quick once I just do some...
All together now.
All together now.
I imagine there's like Trunk and Absolution are preparing to like hit it with their shield, like maybe even Elbjorn too.
Yeah.
Rollins is preparing to like kick it. Steelfist preparing to kick it. Henny is preparing to throw axes at it. And then there's Vesta just being like, has anyone touched the handle? Anyone at all?
Saying that, well, yeah, I've given her back her shield. But like, cowered behind the shield as bullets rain down. Like, please.
Just open the door!
We're trying!
I am going to draw some things.
Let's see what things you are going to draw.
Let's locate a whole bunch of different markers.
Locate a bunch of different markers.
Here we go, that's mostly even. No, that's not
That's
close
off.
to the edge.
Oh no. Yeah, no, you got a good ways.
Problem is, your head's in the way.
Whoa!
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 Whoa! Hey, how's it going?
Radical, dude!
I don't know if this is on camera, but hey.
No, I think you're just off.
Okay, I'll do it like this way.
There you go.
Okay.
Nice.
How's it going?
I like that. I think the only good part about Smash is
Chilling.
that King D&D does that if you crouch.
Oh yeah, he does do that. King DDD's just fun.
He is.
King D.
Smash would be a lot better if people would stop hitting me.
That's why he got a Z-dodge, man.
Z-dodge?
Yeah.
I do. And then I Z-dodge right into a charged Smash attack. And there I be. And there I go.
I just lose repeatedly until I win and don't understand why.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just smash the buttons, just kind of like go like this.
That's why they call it Smash.
Yeah.
Honestly, probably.
I don't actually know any of this stuff. Like, I know if you like attack in a certain direction and hold it, you can do like a
Like a big boy attack.
Yeah, big boy attack.
Yeah.
But
See, I know
that's
the
the only
moves
thing I know.
exist. I just don't know how to execute them in a way that
yeah,
works.
yes. They're opening out.
I wasn't arguing that they weren't.
Will has drawn the doors to open out.
I mean, if he's drawing them accurate to their current state, they'd be caved in. But
Maybe. Open it out again.
just gonna constantly berate me on this, aren't you?
All right, let's place ourselves. Where is everyone going here on the outside?
Good old Reggie's right at the door.
Vesta's in the back.
Just kind of going.
Guys, the handle on the door.
All right, Reggie.
Handle.
Steelfist was helping to kick it. Presumably Trunk is nearby, being a nearby wall. We have Rollins, Absolution, and Elbjorn, Vesta, and Elmira. All right, team. And you guys kick this open. Inside, you see the vestibule and the doors as depicted.
Okay, where would the bell tower roughly be located? Of it?
Here.
Okay.
I would like to check the hinges on the door to see if it was an out opening door or an in opening door.
It was an out-opening door that you kicked in.
But to be fair, it was barred.
We don't have time for this sort of nonsense.
I don't say anything. I just think to myself.
I grab Elmira and say, do you want to try and sneak around the side and see if we can get up to the bell tower and have a two-pronged attack?
Yeah, let's see what we can figure out.
That's the way that Henny runs when she's excited.
Like this.
Yeah. It's sort of like a Naruto run posture, but with the arms going.
With
Like-
the arms going
like
like this.
fully forward, but you got the arm pump.
Yeah, you got the arms pumping.
Gotcha. It's quite a look.
It is. Well, the cape billowing out behind, and
Elmira's running next to you like, what?
it's been scientifically proven to be faster.
Am I missing an H? There's an H.
There's an H. It's me.
All right. Right, Corvo's here too.
Oh yeah, that's Coyote 7.
All right, so you and Elmira were going up this end.
I was thinking around outside.
There's no other entrance that you know of.
Up the bell tower.
Right.
If we go around outside, maybe we can scale a wall, scale the bell tower.
You want to Assassin's Creed this.
I kind of want to Assassin's Creed this, and I feel like they won't suspect it.
Especially with like a Tortugan, like a...
I'll save time by just
Tor-
having you guys go around to like here.
Okay.
Where you're defended.
Hee
Where else are you guys positioning yourselves? Corvo's ready to take a firing position by the door.
Reggie's just going straight for the door to open it.
Reggie?
Vesta's gonna hold back.
Elbjorn and Absolution are willing to form a shield wall.
Also, do you have bombs to distribute that I could have grabbed from you while we were...
But you didn't grab from me.
Okay. I don't have a bomb. It's fine.
I do have bombs.
Okay.
All right. Rollins wants to see if he can get up this stairwell. Steelfist wants to return in kind. Trunk isn't sure where to go, so he's sticking with Vesta.
Trunk is lost without Elmira. Trunk, I'm sorry. You're just bad at climbing, my dude. He's probably pretty good at it.
Yeah.
He could probably just reach the bell tower and sort of keep himself up.
Yeah, it's one of the things where Elmira will climb up through like ivy and like little cracks in the stonework. Trunk's just like, oh, hey, a ledge.
There's something uniquely horrifying about him having arms long enough that he goes, "Hurr," by the time his arms are fully down, his feet are there.
You mean like Lanky Kong kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, we're trying to climb up to the bell tower from the outside.
All right. So, in that case, let's begin. You guys are both making your attempts. Elmira doesn't really need to do it because she has a specific benefit that's kind of for this. She's just good. Give me a grace roll.
You got it.
Ooh.
No! I rolled 3 dice and got a 7.
Yikes.
All right. Elmira goes up most of the way. You need a bit of help, but you get onto the edge of the roof itself. With a bit more distance, you close over top to where you'll need to do the main ascent to the edge of the bell tower. Meanwhile, it's everyone else's turn.
Into the door.
This one, Reggie will actually try and open.
Seems to be unlocked.
Reggie.
Just because I think of him as Reggie as short form doesn't mean that you get to call him Reggie or that he won't get angry when you do.
Does he laugh like Reggie?
Yuck, 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 yuck. You haven't told him a good joke yet.
Okay. Well,
I haven't decided then.
I tell him a good joke right now.
roll joke.
Now's not the time.
Nine.
Oh no, he's not funny.
He understands what you're doing. I'm saying because I rolled a 5 plus 3 and atypical. He actually got pretty good on that. That's like a solid 13 on that. I think he would understand.
He would probably know the ending of that particular joke and finish it, and then it's like, I'm appreciating your joke, but I ain't laughing.
Yeah, it's just like, not the time. Not the time. Not the time. A very detailed church.
Thank you.
So we got the stairs, and then we got the table. Sorry, the altar. I went to Catholic school.
Yeah.
The table.
The table that the dude goes to.
And they got the hot tub for baptisms. Our church did bring in a hot tub. It was kind of weird.
Yeah, that sounds like it. That sounds kind of weird.
They wouldn't let you do it on the jets, though, while you were getting baptized, which was...
appropriate, but also the hot tub is already inappropriate, I feel.
Yeah, I mean...
Like, as soon as you get the water bubbling, I'm worried that you're actually being... Are you a Satanist? Were you baptized in hellfire? Like, what?
Yes.
Alright, so, how are we doing this?
Reggie's opening the door.
Door swings open.
Oh, shit.
Here at the end, you see a mouse folk. Joran, who you interviewed the other day, he's knelt at the altar and he stands up. He seemingly has produced significantly more weapons that you already knew he had. You're not sure where from. Seems to be fully armed in any case. He turns towards you. All right then.
Reggie's gonna start slowly walking in.
All right.
I'm gonna just kind of...
I would like to do a convince.
Oh, that's fun!
I would like to be like, you are under arrest for the harming of...
Now, are you saying this from back here, or are you moving up here?
I'm going to come to the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not it. Like
I'm going to have my
peeking out
shield in
from
front of
behind
me.
Reggie.
I'm going to say, you're under arrest and you should come peacefully.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought Vessa was at the door.
Yeah, are you walking up with them?
moving up.
Oh, okay.
We are moving up. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That was a 18. Does he seem convinced?
Rollins and Steelfist make their way up to the mezzanine.
Does he seem convinced?
You rolled an 18, right?
Yeah.
And what did you say again?
You were under arrest for attempting to harm people and
Also for murdering.
Oh, you got that sniper license?
please come peacefully.
Why would this ever end peacefully now?
Things could still end well.
All right, so you are buying time. You roll delicate.
Delicate. Oh, shit.
Elmira scampers up to the top and surveys the scene.
I rolled a 7.
While she's doing her speech, can I look around for, like, ambush points? Like, places people would ambush from?
Yep. You scan the room while Vesta's buying time.
I was just assuming militactics on this.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I get to use my smarty boy skills.
Rolls militactics. Oh, Henry and Elmira should not have split off.
That's a
because of
solid
the-
6.
Man,
I just want to
Okay.
use the skills that I get.
You're just surveying the room. You see a bunch of cover, more cover, exit, exit. You see an area around here that you presume was the other doors. And you see Steelfist and Rollins have both made their way up into the mezzanines.
So, like, there's a lot of cover from shots, but there's also the exit that he's going for.
So Vesta's buying time.
I got a 7 for delicate.
All right. So Elmira makes her way up, but unlike last time, she doesn't seem to come back to, help you up or anything. She's just gone to the other side. You're just sort of like trying to keep a grip with your upper fingers. It's difficult, and you swap to the hatchet once at least to get a little edge in, but the stonework apparently was rebuilt, so it's not too easy to get a good grip.
Sure.
You're still part way up.
Okay.
How are things going inside?
Not great, apparently. Things can still end well. Just come with us, and we'll make sure that nothing bad happens to you.
Roll deceive.
It's a solid deceive.
10.
You're strangers in a strange land. I know the laws here.
At this point, Reggie's kind of getting a little bit angry, and he's going to move past Vesta a little bit. 3, 4, 5. And he's going to be saying the entire time, How could you do such a thing in the chapel script? How could you do such a thing? I know your religion. I was in Redwine. I heard. I talked to rat folk in the chapel of script. I know what your religion's about. And they sure as hell do not want you murdering everyone in town.
Roll politics. Social politics, at least.
Wait, does that convert it into a social role?
Yeah.
Oh no!
No, it definitely does.
Oh
Yep. That would be a -5.
no! Oh no!
You swear you see something snap as he draws his blade. What would you know about any of this? You get bum rushed. But as this is happening, before we jump into it, give me another delicate roll.
Delicate or grace?
Delicate.
Shit.
I was doing so well, keeping things calm and
Oh,
relaxed.
God, 3.
Yeah.
You just barely clamber up to the edge. As you do so, you see what's got Elmira delayed. There's a mostly unconscious priest Gaines who seems to have a bullet hole through his shoulder. There's another one who seems to have impacted slightly off to the side. He's a little delirious. Looks like he's bleeding out.
Gaines. Who's Gaines? Is Gaines the
Dad.
dad? Okay.
Well, good thing I keep rope on me, and I give Elmira some rope to tie him up, and I will try and stabilize him. Does he look like he's in danger of death, or is he just...
He's looking pretty bad.
Then I will try and stabilize him so he doesn't die before you can bring him to justice.
All right, roll doctoring.
Yes, it's a 15.
15. You managed to patch up some of these wounds, but he's still bleeding. Elmira ties him up and seems to wonder if you want any more help or if you want her to go ahead.
Well, we should probably go on ahead. He's still bleeding. Does it seem like one more good bandage will fix him up, or is
You think so?
Okay, I'll tell Elmira to go on ahead, and I will finish wrapping up and be with
All
her
right.
shortly.
And you were doing something, right?
I was mostly just in speech. He was mad at me. You said he was bum rushing me, so
He runs at you, leaps over the podium. Slides between your feet. While he's here, he takes a swipe at you, and then he leaps over the podium to jump at Vesta.
Ooh.
So it's a 27 to hit against you. This is going to be swift damage.
that would be. Where's my armor on here? I'm resistant to Swift.
All right.
So wait, so that will not hit me.
Cool. You tank the hit.
Because okay, what is it currently for that? Because
27, which would bring it down to 13, 14.
yeah, no.
All right. The next swing is against Vesta
Okay.
with the same two-handed blade. Another swift attack. 25 to hit.
Okay. I have chain, which is I have plus swift, and then. Okay, so that means 25 divided by 2 is 12.
Mhm.
Okay. And then if I brace.
So the chain would be your 8 armor plus the 3 from your shield would put you at 11.
I think right. Does my threshold have the shield in it?
Yeah.
It should.
Yeah. That's including the shield.
Is chain only 5? Oh wait, no, that's medium armor, isn't it? Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
All right. Roll to hit defense.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Solid 6.
14. So
So
brace did it.
Brace definitely did.
Amazing Brace.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
Solid.
I brace
Back to
against
your
the
turns.
attack.
All right, I'm patching up this guy and then following Elmira. 15.
15.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just do some. Narrow as all hell, but looks like the guy's stable. You're able to follow down.
All right, and I'm putting a gag in his mouth so he doesn't yell or position out or anything.
As you're shortly behind Elmira, you find her sort of sitting there surveying the scene. You've made your way down into the vestry, where you see that Veronica seems to have been shot. She isn't moving.
Hey, that's good information.
All right.
Is
Then
Veronica
for-
alive?
She's not moving, and I don't think I have enough time to run to her, considering we already did our movement.
in that case, so what I'm going to do while Will is doing some dry draws is 1, 2. Hey, I'm actually there in a reasonable amount of time.
Wow.
And
He sees you coming and off turns.
as he runs away, I'm just going to shout. Oh, fuck. I'm just basically shouting, "What would I know about religion? Let me show you!"
It's some.
And I'm gonna planar sky blast him.
All right, roll it.
Yep, that is indeed what I did.
Blast
That's
him.
4, that's 12. So that is 12 damage.
All right.
And then
Anakin.
so 3. Can I jump over this barricade? Because I have. Okay. So that's 4, 5.
Blast him.
Blasted. That's all my movement.
Okay.
I've blasted.
Steel Fist leaps over the edge and lands. He moves and is in a fighting stance. He seems to be, more than anything, making sure that this guy doesn't have anywhere to run to. Rollins seems to pick up the cue and do the same. Corvo fires a shot that seems to connect. All right. You see him skitter between Absolution's legs and attack, move, attack.
Do any of the attacks seem particularly nasty?
At this point, you see that he is sort of swapped out the way that he's poised things. He sort of just drops the weapon, and you see him grab what looks like a hammer and a stiletto. At this point, he gets a stiletto jab into Absolution, a hammer to Trunk, and then another stiletto to Elbjorn. All 3 of the hits seem to draw a decent amount of blood, and Trunk's breastplate seems to have sustained a continuous, persisting dent right there.
I'm going to bolster. I'm going to bolster them. The 3 of them. So whatever
Solid.
this is, divided by 3 plus. Okay, this plus 10. So it's 6, 10 plus 10, 20 divided by 3.
20 divided by 3, that's 6 and a bit. 2 7s and a 6.
2 7s and a 6. Okay, I'll give Albiorn and Trunk the 7s, Absolution the 6.
All right.
Yes. I'm like, man, go guys. Woo! Go team.
And I have a turn now, right?
Yep.
I'd like to make a quick doctor check on Veronica.
All right, roll it.
Ooh, that is a 19.
19. Shot to the back of the head. Unaware.
All right. And I'm assuming Elmira too are moving on to join the fight.
Yep.
That's my movement.
I wonder if it was from close range.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
7 3. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Aha! And what's Elmira's movement?
Elmira is 10.
3 4 5 6 7 8. I don't know if she's moving closer or not, but that's with 8.
Yep. If she's got a shot, she's going to fire an arrow at him.
Okay, if she moves 9 10, then she has a clear shot. Actually, she had a clear shot. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Still probably goes for better cover.
It's true. It's not a bad plan.
What about Henny? Is Henny attacking?
What's range on a dagger with 3 dots?
I believe that's 10.
5 6 7 8. Oh, it's 1 2 7. Yeah, he's within range.
All right.
I'm hurling a knife at him.
Get him with that knife.
And I feel like if we want to be really cinematic about this, she winds back and she hurls a knife with that's 6 with an 11, and kind of as it's flying through the air as it spins, you can see on the hilt, it's been forged by Leland. And
Did Leland give Henny a knife?
no, she just happened to buy one of his knives randomly.
Was this the person that I convinced to buy a knife? Can we headcanon that?
She might be. And that was an 11 against him.
All right.
And now he hopefully has a knife in him.
Yep, you see it get sort of... He moves last minute to have it just pierce a bit of fabric. He's wearing monk's robes, but it stays caught in the fabric.
Man, should not go near him because I am vulnerable to Swift.
Well, he switched up his fighting style.
Oh, he did. Maybe
With the hammer being impact and the stiletto probably being precision.
Okay, that's Henny.
Yeah. For me, going over to there, and I'm going to restrict his movements just a little bit more, probably by shield bashing him.
All right.
So that's a weapon roll, and I move him 3 squares, right?
Yep.
That's a terrible fucking weapon roll. All my good rolls were when I was defending, apparently. Which, I mean, yeah, it makes sense. So that would be a 12, and I am pushing him 1, 2, 3.
Okay. And now a grapple check is grace, correct?
Weapon to connect.
Weapon connect, grace to, hold them.
I see, okay.
It's grace to do that thing that Salus kept doing where he would move people around.
I see.
Delicate is reversals, and brawn is to throw.
Okay.
It's time for bread.
Bread!
Bread.
I'm in a mood tonight. I'm
In
sorry.
the excitement, the map has visibly jostled.
I'm sorry. I'm in a mood tonight, boys.
I'm in such a mood tonight.
Yeah.
Elbjorn moves around the edge to flank him with what looks like a really deft jab to the bottom of his leg. That being said, as Trunk and Absolution move in to try and close distance and keep rank, same with Steel Fist. Likewise, Rollins is moving to the side here to try and close in. He will respond here. You see him with one weapon fling Elbjorn's sword across the room. It skids along the ground. With the next, he trips Reggie and runs 1, jumps off Reggie to grab the mezzanine, jumps up, and starts running through a door.
Well, that's a dick move.
Can Elmira stop him?
He went a level above. You see her fire a shot that seems to connect and deal some damage, and you see that he seems to be dripping some blood.
Now, would we have seen that area that he would have run to through the bell tower as we were coming down?
Yes, actually. There's an access to the mezzanine, the level above. You can probably make your way through the rooms to get up there. That being said, so can he.
Well, I motion for Elmira to follow me, and I'm sprinting after him.
All right.
Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is he in this room here?
No.
Okay, and is Elmira following me?
Yeah. Elmira's staying on your tail.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay.
Is he in that room? That Elmira can see?
He is not in this room either. However, actually, you guys wouldn't really know because you don't know what Elmira sees.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Rollins wants to go up to secure the main doors so he can't escape. Absolution follows suit.
I just jump from the church.
Honestly, he's nimble enough to be that kind of a dick.
Move Vesta forward 10 spaces. I'm guessing, is it her turn to get in?
Yep.
Okay.
Reggie is getting up and he is cursing a storm.
Everybody's calling Reggie.
Well, to be honest, Will and I have a reason to call him Reggie. We've discussed this. It's just never actually come up. But yeah, mentally we call him Reggie, but no.
He's Reginald Clarkswell III, I believe.
The second.
Second.
I thought that the third was a little bit too ostentatious.
God damn it.
Vesta calls him Reggie.
And he does not like it.
For the sake of ease, I'm presuming that you just do a big old jump over all of those pews onto the other side.
Yeah.
From your vantage point, you see burn marks in a little slither by the base of the shrine.
Oh. Uh-oh. Can I investigate that? Can I do a ritual investigate? Or would that have to be like a...
You'd be able to roll ritual to investigate to see if it's ritual magic. It seems to be more just burn marks, like scorch marks.
That needs a Henny investigation.
Henny investigation.
Okay, well, I leave it for now, I guess. Because I don't know if it's super relevant to us at the moment.
Okay, whose turn is it next?
Okay, we just chased him.
Yeah, I haven't done my turn, but they're going back there, and I kind of want to join them for that. So we're going to do the smart thing and split the party. And 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't quite make it over that. All right. I would say 5, but he would end on a pew.
Mm-hmm.
Could I do my ritual investigation from where I am? Or
Yep.
would I have to
You have line of sight so you can see it.
Okay.
That's all you need.
I'm going to do it. Because now I'm curious. $13.
It's definitely not magic. That's something physical.
Okay.
And
Good
it's on
enough.
the altar?
It's
Or like around?
It's on the base. It's almost like there's a couple scorch marks in a little line leading up to the base.
I bolt. Like, can I do it? Like, take all of my off turns and start like tell everybody to like just fucking bolt?
Actually, you didn't notice anything lit. You just saw the singe marks. You're not sure if they're fresh or not. You can still do it.
I'm gonna run because I'm worried. I think it's
You got Bun Leap, don't you?
yes, but I just used my bun leap.
Oh, no.
It's your turns again.
Oh, okay.
Jordan's up to something.
Well, Elmira and I are running for the room that leads out of the mezzanine, like the level above this room.
All right.
I don't know how to get there on the map, but
It's pretty much the same layout.
okay.
You make your way up to this room alongside Elmira.
Oh, I see. That's
At this point, Elmira is sticking to you because you don't want to be alone right now.
No, please, Elmira.
So one level above, you actually see this door just beginning to close. You have a little movement left. That just took you like 3 squares to get up.
Blammo!
You see the end of a tail going down some stairs.
That's weird. That's all of our movement. I guess we'll move because it was 3, and like 4, 5.
From where you are, you can see that the stairwell goes down 2 levels, like it goes into an undercroft. He's gone down there.
Is Henny shouting at all for the rest of the group to hear?
I'm saying, yeah, tunnels are real. He's in them.
You guys are in a stone church. You guys can hear shouting. You don't know the words being said.
Bess is gonna jump behind the pew that she's right next to.
Here?
And then explain to Trunk what she had just seen. And maybe he's braver than she is.
He points, like, to get to cover behind the pews, and he runs up. You see him wipe his finger and goes, "Old!"
Okay, perfect. Whew.
At that point, however, you see that he picks up what seems to be, like, more fuse that isn't lit along the other end.
Guy was clearly having a lot of fun.
Can I tell Trunk to check underneath? Because usually there's like a big blanket, right?
This is basically a big stone slab with a statue on it.
Okay.
That being said, he leans down nice and low and he gives a heave. You hear the sound of stone grinding. There's stairs underneath that altar.
Has it rotated around so I can move again?
Yeah, your turn has happened. Or you have another turn with everyone else now.
Okay.
Stairs underneath that altar.
3, 4, 5. There we go. That's Reggie.
I don't want to go first.
Can I off turn to sprint?
One? Or
No, it's 1 plus what? What is the plus for that? Plus physical?
Yep.
So it's actually 5.
Nice.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So yeah, you can get next to it.
Yeah.
You can see down. This staircase continues going down and it doesn't lead to the Undercroft.
Like,
Should we catch the boy first, or should we investigate this first? I guess Vesta can't really catch the boy herself. Put Vesta next to the stairs.
These ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking down with the guidance of your friends, you see that sure enough there are barrels down there that are rigged to blow. That being said, the scorch marks that you see lead further down that tunnel and down the stairs.
Okay.
To the barrels?
Past the barrels.
Past the barrels.
so, like, basically it would have been to the mines to boom. Just a really long fuse.
I bet those barrels have explosives in them.
Oh, 100%.
And the fuse, where is it leading? Is it leading to the door?
The one that's ready?
Yeah, so there's one going down the stairs. Like there's one line past the barrels. And it goes up.
The burnt remnants of the fuse go further down all the way down the stairs past where you can see. The other fuse that's unlit just connects to those barrels.
Just connects to those barrels.
Where does
it start? Does it start at the altar?
It starts at the altar.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn to Henny. I'm gonna turn to Elmira and say, I don't think we can take him by ourselves.
Yeah, we gotta back out of here. Stay in a group. This guy can deal with a couple people, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay. So that said, I'm gonna tell Elmira to go and inform the others of where he went.
Mhm.
I'm going up the stairs to grab his dad and bring him to the rest of the group.
All right. You make your way back towards the bell tower and start climbing up. Elmira runs towards the mezzanine.
I'm also telling Elmira to get Trunk to come and help me because this boy is heavy and I'm a small lad.
Lass.
Thank you.
Well, he's not actually a heavy boy. He's like a mouse folk, isn't he?
Yeah, you actually probably would be able to. No
Up and
problem.
down a ladder?
That's true.
Fair enough.
I would like to. So the fuse, is it just like a powder that leads down to it?
Yep.
I would like to.
It's like a blasting line, basically.
I would like to kick it somewhere in the middle.
Like
to
sever it.
Yeah, sever it.
You manage to get the bulk of the fuse down into the altar, where Reggie and Trunk should be able to seal this back off, so nobody be able to quickly light it.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect.
Okay, let's see. So that's me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You guys have another turn.
Trunk and I are going to be sealing that off, so I'm assuming putting effort into doing that.
Both of you guys focus and close it off. Elbjorn and Steelfist start regrouping with the rest.
7, 8, 9, 10. Elmira's here, boys.
Yay, Elmira!
Okay, now let's get everybody near that staircase and down the staircase.
I am grabbing the dad. What was his name? Not Miles.
This isn't the way that he went, by the way. He did not go down the staircase.
Down this staircase?
No,
we went down this
we know.
staircase.
We know.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why we just sealed it off. So.
And Amira is just now getting there to explain the sitch.
Okay.
Yeah. We just haven't had time to move.
Elmira communicates to everybody who's in that room.
Okay. Let's move.
Mm-hmm.
I'm grabbing a Gaines, because I think we're going to need a guide.
Alright. He's unconscious, but he's stable. Trunk starts moving with Elmira to go help you with your unconscious friend there.
Reggie leaps over the altar. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now he's in the doorway.
As you make your way towards the doorway, you look back and you see that there's almost like a thin amount of black smoke making its way from these doorways and the ones above.
Well, that can't be good. Black smoke like wispy demonic smoke, or black smoke like shit someone lit a fire upstairs
Or downstairs.
or downstairs.
More the latter.
Okay.
I'm grabbing the dad. Give me a dad.
Trunk and Elmira go up there with you. You spend the turn basically securing him and starting to get him back down the stairs.
You should tell Corvo and Absolution and them about the smoke.
Yeah, I'll probably shout about it. Try and
From where you are, there isn't too much obstruction, so they seem to accept your response.
Yeah,
they're getting ready to bust open the doors when they need to.
Mm-hmm.
I have a dad.
Did you? That's Coyote 7.
Yeah.
It's been so many years.
It's been so long.
I did deface Coyote 7. Did you know that Coyote 7 was Priest Gaines the whole time?
I had no idea. I had no idea most folk could have a persona.
All
Okay. Move Steel Fist and Elfgorn.
right. Okay. How much do they move?
Hold on.
Okay.
Oh shit. I don't like that.
It's a lot of dice.
There's a leap, and a figure jumps down. With weapons in hand, you see him knock Steel Fist to the ground, and they slide slightly. From there, he gets up and prepares himself. He's in a defensive stance.
I'm also in a defensive stance.
You should move to unit up with Steel Fist and LB. Probably. I don't know. So it's our turn. Our turns again.
Yeah, I'll move one to the right to get next to them.
Yeah, so Reggie's going to shout to Elmira that he's in here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm on the upper level, does it
The
matter?
one down.
If you're on the upper level,
Or
you can't go
back.
further than this.
Yeah.
The edge there is basically where the mezzanine stops.
Can I take a swing at him?
You would basically have to jump down the way he just did.
Well, I have 1 extra movement, so now I'm on his level. Like, I don't mean the upper level, I mean the raised altar level.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the raised altar level. Yeah, you're totally good.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll move there anyway, just kind of blocking his action and taking a swing-a-majig.
You, Trunk, and Elmira would have regrouped basically here.
That's a better roll, finally. That's 10, that's 8, that would be 18, 30, not 30, what am I saying? I have to add 3 to 18, jeez. That would be 21. Yeah, 21.
21 what now?
Danax, which would be Swift Heavy.
All right, which one you picking?
Heavy.
All right, you lean in with a big heave. He seems to be ready and just You said 21?
Yep.
Okay. That hit he just seems to take. He just soaks it and knocks it back at you.
Can I roll doctoring to try and wake up the dad?
You don't need to roll. You can reckon that this guy's going to be out for a while.
Shit, he's unconscious, eh?
Yeah, like he's going to be out for
He
like
was
4
bleeding
hours.
out.
I doctored him. I wanted to wake up the dad. Okay,
Okay, I've doctored him. Wake up!
Well, yeah, I guess now that you put it that way, it's not maybe the most
I've
kind
saved
thing to do.
I've saved this guy from bleeding out. Wake up already!
wake up! I put the blood back in. Why won't you start?
Okay, then I will see if Trunk and Elmira will help me get this dad out to the boy.
Yep, Trunk's able to fireman carry him. Meanwhile, Elmira's keeping a weapon drawn ready.
Okay, how far can we get here?
Yep.
Okay.
You guys move up to the opening where the fight is taking place.
And I want to say, I want to threaten him with his dad, and say, "All right, this stops now, or your dad gets it." And I'm holding a hatchet to him.
Joran, presumably this is like people's turns end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He slips between Reggie's legs, leaps up here.
As he goes between my legs, I'm gonna swiftly turn my axe and swing at him.
All right.
So this one's going for a swift.
Nice.
Wow. Okay.
Nice.
All right. So there's an 18 that I'm just gonna set aside.
A perfect roll.
That's a solid. No, it's not.
Oh.
I have a 2 to ruin it, but
Still,
that's
6-6-6-2. Not
Yeah.
bad.
yeah. In a church, I feel good rolling 6-6-6.
Yeah.
So that's 24. Swift.
So, yeah, you move back with a quick cleave, and there's a spatter of blood. You see, he actually throws a dagger at his dad. It embeds itself in his chest, and he runs, slides to the other side of Kenny.
I want to grapple him.
Go for it.
So you're basically going dagger. Shit. Crap.
Fuck. And that's a weapon roll?
Yeah.
Please. Okay. That's 18.
18
Grapple.
connects.
Okay.
He attempts to dodge. And fails. You got him.
You got it.
Nice.
Ugh. All right. I'm trying to drag him back to where Trunk is so he can help me hold this boy down.
Well, Trunk is right next to you, though.
Yeah, but like, he has a dad in the way and he's squirming. What do I have to roll to like
Well,
move him in a direction?
you basically just have him and you can just move him. That's the nice thing about being grappled. You move half speed, but...
Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. That's within Trunk reach. Can Trunk help me restrain him?
Yep. Trunk is moving to aid you in holding this dude down. Yeah, he's pinned nice and solid. At this point, you see him genuinely, like, reach out and grasp towards the base of the altar. He hurls out a very much like a novice-level piddly bit of fire towards the base, but it doesn't ignite anything.
Ugh, nice try, dumbass.
So as he's going like this, our turns refreshed? Like,
Yeah.
able to... Okay. 1. I'm chopping off his hand.
All right, he's restrained.
like
Chop.
specifically aiming for his outstretched hand to just...
Henny is saying, you have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say can and will be against you in a court of law. And Jesus Christ!
So that's 10, 15, that would be a 19.
To chop off his hand.
Nice and swift.
So 19, that would make it... He wrenches away just in time. You get a deep gash in the arm, but you don't manage to sever it.
I feel that Jesus Christ is still warranted on that.
Help me hold him, you idiot!
He's being held. Vesta. Are there stairs? Vesta quickly asks Captain Guy, who's way over here. Are there stairs? Because where does the smoke look like it's coming from?
From the stairwells.
The stairwells? So there's stairwells over here?
Yep.
Okay. I guess Okay. I guess I'm kind of far away from it now.
From there, you see Elmira run and start stripping the weapons off of him. Before too long, he's effectively subdued. The smoke is starting to get thicker, and at this point, you see these guys open up the door and they start gesturing to you guys like, you gotta get out of here.
All right.
I'll assist in restraining as you carry him.
I bought rope this time, so we have lots of that.
Cool.
Trunk offloads his pin to you and unceremoniously picks up the injured dad.
Re-injured dad.
God.
Okay, let's all get out of here.
Yeah, we're moving. One, 2, 3.
You guys rush out of the church, all grouped together. You hear the sounds of crackling, and as you turn around, you start to see the first glow of orange making its way through the doors. From the outside, you see that at the top of the bell tower, there's at first some smoke and then some flames. However, you took the guy alive. As for his dad, it was a hit to the gut and not the chest, so it looks like it's going to be a deep one. The doctor, who rushes up to you guys alongside the prosecutor and the others who came to respond to the commotion, quickly rushes over and starts to see if he can stabilize him. He'll be good, but especially after all of these wounds, he might be out for a couple of days.
Veronica, the body, is in the back of the church. And I believe that there is extensive amount of explosives underneath the altar, is what I tell the people.
As we kind of leave, how does the situation look for going back in to retrieve Veronica?
You turn around just long enough to see the flames start to lick the base of the altar.
I wouldn't bother. She was pretty dead.
Yeah, no, she
lick the base of the altar, you say?
Yes.
Where there is the fuse.
Yeah. Well, I severed it, and then we closed it back up.
Was it completely kicked in? And
it doesn't see, you don't see anything igniting, and it's taking longer than you'd think for anything to go off.
It's a corpse, I don't care.
She's dead.
It's a corpse, Okay, well, I let any guards that are coming, or firefighters, or anybody coming to help out know that they're...
No, they're all heading up to the mine. You guys are effectively in a ghost town as you're walking away with your suspect towards the guard's tower.
Okay.
After a little while, you hear the heave of stone. Some things start to crumble, and sure enough, that's the thing that breaks the seal. There's an explosion. The church goes up.
This is a pretty bad plan. We didn't have any solid evidence against you till you blew up the mine and tried to kill us.
He's not responding at all. He's staying deathly silent.
Okay, well, you're under arrest for the murder of Junker, Annette, 3 children, and the teacher Maurice.
Salas.
And Salas, thank you. I didn't want to bring it up just yet, but especially Salas.
The tiny contingent back in the town are surprised to see you bring him in. The next few days consist of conversations following up leads. At this point, even though half the stuff that you had found out wasn't entirely solid, everything else came crashing down. There was no way of running from the evidence that he left behind with those detonations. That being said, you were the outside investigators, and there's a point where he's handed off. The prosecutor and defense take over, and all the other resident experts are there to testify. At last, you guys are sent back to the ranger's cabin where things are quiet.
Nice.
Well, we solved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we ever figure out why he was doing it? Did we ever get a motive?
It's not something you expect to hear anytime soon.
That still leaves Junker and the money.
Yeah.
As you guys are out for one more range and cross over one of the ridges through town, you see that there's an exodus of people. Caravans upon caravans slowly making their way out the gate. You're hours away on a ridge overlooking town, but you can see it clear as day in these numbers.
People getting the fuck out. I mean,
Yep.
the mine's no longer profitable, so they can't
Yep.
do anything, so
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean...
Our paycheck.
Well... Yeah.
Speaking of which, you guys figure, yeah, you've laid low long enough. Or do you? Are you guys going to find somewhere else to try and stay quiet? Or is it time to go back on the trail?
I want to see the end of this trial. I want to see the conclusion of this.
It could be months.
I want to see it through. I mean, I don't know what everyone else wants to do.
I don't want to stay in this town.
I do not want to stay here. Our work here is done. We caught the murderer, and that's it.
People are leaving. Like, there's not going to be anybody here.
Well, okay. I'll tell Cor. Is Corvo staying? What about the rookery? Corvo was heading out, but his apprentice, sorry.
As far as you've heard, the rookery was being taken over. That being said, they're going to hire a new team. They don't begrudge you for leaving.
What actually happened with our pay? Because, like, I haven't been keeping track of the number of days, but we're supposed to be getting paid daily, right?
Yep. You guys so far have been working about a month, and with all of your expenses, you've accrued maybe an extra silver or so. 2 silver is a profit per day, I'll say. 2 silver a profit. So that's 60 silver, so 6 gold each.
Okay.
I mean, for them, I've only been here about a week.
In that case...
We give you Zealous' paycheck.
Well,
Oof.
No, we don't.
right, because you came in for Maurizio, and then it was only a couple days. So yeah, you've only been here for like the week, and then the extra like 2 weeks it took to get the experts and follow out that bit. So you'd be paid, I think you were there roughly half the time, I'd say, so 3 gold.
Okay.
Okay.
Begrudgingly, after picking up all of this stuff, the creditor seems to pay you in familiar-looking gold. He expects you're not sticking in the country too long, and you might as well have something in your coffers.
Yeah.
Also, the teacher's gold.
We still have that.
It's under the floorboards.
No, we took it with us.
We took it.
Oh, we took it. Oh.
Yeah, you guys have a chest with 30 gold in it.
And we never figured out what that was about. Which I was desperate to because we have this gold we confiscated.
Okay. At any point in time during the entire thing, did I ever see the woman that met Junker at the back door? Then nope, got nothing. We can literally, I can only think of going to the old parents and just being like, look, what the fuck was going on with the teacher?
They might not know.
Like, the parents of the kids, because, like, the other mom was apparently in on it, so maybe they are. So if you want to
We
ask
talked to
questions
them and they didn't mention anything about it.
Yeah. And didn't they leave?
And they left, yeah.
Oh, well, they left. Never mind.
Yeah.
Then, yes, we will never know, unless Glorious GM would like to tell us.
You leave with a pit in your stomachs after packing everything along. Horses hitched up with wagons that no longer have owners, per se. As you hit the trail, there's that sting of dissatisfaction, of things left unanswered, and ultimately, after all of this, still dead bodies. Perhaps somewhere else you'll find some sort of triumph, but here it's bittersweet. We're going to be back in a week.
Hey!
If If you want to see us then, you can check us out here at twitch.tv/Mr. Croton, or you can check us out on YouTube at youtube.com/Mr. Croton. The rules to this game are at bloodwine.fandom.com. I'm thinking probably the next time around we're going to be having a big re-zero where we kind of make sure everyone's on the same page so people don't need to watch like 40 hours of stream to catch up.
Yeah, speaking from experience, having watched literally all of my streams, don't recommend.
Yeah, it's...
Don't recommend watching my stream.
No, it's not that I don't recommend watching my streams. It's I don't recommend binge watching 40 hours of Bloodwine.
Yeah, it's a little intense.
Yeah.
It's just a lot.
Man, it's a lot of hearing your own voice.
Yeah, it's not fun.
You just tune it out after a while.
Yeah. So yeah, if you would like to discuss with us the things that went on and pester Will for more details, feel free to join the Discord, of which all of us are in, and we'll see. I'm taking a more active role in actually being online and in the talking channel for that, as Chelsea has discovered.
Cough Chelsea, who never replies.
Cough Chelsea, who randomly saw me doing a Discord stream and joined.
Yeah. I don't know anything about Discord.
Yeah.
I thought it was a Twitch thing. And I'm like, I'm going to go support my friend Ken. And I'm going to click watch stream, thinking he would take me to Twitch. And then it didn't. It joined me into a voice chat.
And immediately there's just, hey, Chelsea.
I'm like, oh no, he
It
knows.
was also funny because Will was there, and
Yeah.
I don't know, something about the tone of your voice was like, you should disconnect. And they didn't mean it that way, but you were very like...
Well, I had also never seen the feature before, and I'm like, just to be sure, maybe let's make sure we're not on an active voice channel, just bum rushing the stream going, hey, Ken, so what's going on? While you're in the middle of like a conversation in front of, well, I guess not that many viewers.
Oh.
Got him.
Oof. Oh, that hurts. Anyway, jumping off of that, yeah, next stream is going to be on Friday. I don't know what it's going to be because I make it up that day. And yeah, I hope everyone has a very spoopy Halloween, but also a very safe Halloween. Enjoy your candies and all of that. And
Don't do drugs, kids.
Drink responsibly. That's drink, period, responsibly, period.
Drink
Yes.
and drive responsibly. Don't cut yourself while putting razor blades in candy.
Start low, go slow.
Yeah. And don't do drugs unless you want to.
And it's, all right. Don't do bad stuff.
Yeah.
Don't do the bad
Don't
stuff.
do the bad druggies.
Do socially acceptable drugs like caffeine and alcohol.
Anyways, we're rambling.
We're
So
rambling. Goodbye.
Goodbye.